Going to be a traffic accident with injuries. 3 cars involved. One of them left the scene and went straight to the hospital. That's all the information I have. It is not a fatality. Nobody said anything about a fatality, just some injured parties. And it's pretty bad. The car's tore up pretty bad. They did have some people asking, or an officer asking for somebody to collect some evidence from one of the vehicles. So I imagine it's going to be drugs or alcohol involved. This one is tore up pretty good. You know, it amazes me. I get out on a lot of these traffic accidents. Yeah, they're doing a sobriety test. If you look under the bridge in the background, beyond these cars and stuff, you'll see a couple of officers over there with a guy, or maybe a girl, I can't tell, with a person doing a field sobriety test. But I get out on a lot of these accidents, and you know, look at the damage of this car. It's pretty amazing that nobody is, there's not a fatality here. I mean, that's nothing short of a miracle, honestly. When you look at that kind of damage. When I was a kid and cars were made of all steel and all metal, an accident like this would have significant injuries, if not death. As a matter of fact, when I was in high school, we lost a guy. He was in an old Buick with a steel dashboard, and he went off the road and hit a post, and all it did was put a ding in the fender. I mean, it was very, very slight ding in the fender, and it killed him. He bounced his head off of the dashboard. Well, let's see if they're taking this guy into custody or what. Oh yeah, he can't hardly even walk. But so the guy bounced his head off the dashboard and it killed him. But look at this. And I can see the guy they're doing the field sobriety test on. I don't know if y'all can see it. I don't have my gimbal in my hand, so I'm going to try and zoom in, but it's going to be a little shaky. You guys can see that. Yeah, so when you look at a vehicle with that kind of damage now, and everybody walked away. They had one vehicle that left. The guy had a broken leg and he went straight to the emergency room on his own. And they're out there talking to him now. But I mean, when you look at that kind of damage and nobody's dead, that's amazing. I mean, seriously, that is amazing. Well, let's see what else we got here. See if I can get another vehicle that was involved here. This truck is involved, but I think the truck got pushed into the car that left and went to the hospital. And this guy just plowed into the back of this big Ford truck here. And I don't see any damage to it. It may be bent in the very back of that flatbed right there. That may be bent. And then the truck was pushed into the other vehicle, and of course you see the front of the truck. You see how that's messed up. Even so, I mean, that's pretty amazing. The damage to that truck is minimal. When you look at that other car over there. Let me see if I can get y'all a better shot of that other car. It's hard to see for the lights, I know, but hold on. And the driver of that black car walked away. They're over there doing a field sobriety test on him right now. And I can tell you, he's not in too good shape. So I'm sure they're going to take him. They bagged up some evidence out of his car. I'm guessing that's going to be open containers or some such. So they'll let him get checked out by the EMS and take him on from there, I would imagine. I mean, he was blowing and going when he hit. When you look at that car, that is not a a low-speed traffic accident. That's just one of the things that when I'm out here working at night, one of the things I worry about is having somebody like this come along and come along and ram me, you know. I mean, and so it happens to these officers out here all the time. You'll have officers in these, and you see how bright these lights are. Now you guys see it all the time. You see people pulled over and stuff, and you see how bright the lights are, and yet there are people out here that are intoxicated that come blowing along and don't even see them, never even see them. We had a Harris County deputy that got rammed on an accident. He was on an accident scene, and a drunk driver come along, rammed his vehicle. And I'm sure it happens to, you know, even just people that aren't even intoxicated. They're just not paying attention. I mean, how often have you seen it? How often have you done it? Okay, I have. I don't do the text and drive. I do voice to text now. But I mean, I have done texting or dialing numbers or whatever, and you know, gone out of my lane and whatnot. So I'm just as guilty. I don't do that stuff anymore. I use voice to text now when I need to do anything else, and other than that, it can usually wait. You can't see the guy standing there, Angel. This is the driver of the black car who's getting treated, and I mean, I don't know what they're plotting here, but I don't know if he passed the field sobriety test or what, but they gathered some stuff out of his car. They did take some evidence out of his car. I didn't see what it was, but you know, I'm just guessing. I'm not saying he's intoxicated. I'm just guessing that that's what it's going to be. And now I can see the bed of that flatbed a little bit better. It is buckled on one side pretty good. And that would take a heck of an impact to buckle that. The main thing is no fatalities, nobody's dead. That's the most important thing. And they're doing an evaluation on this guy's truck for damages. The other car that was involved was a 4-door Hyundai. That's the one that left the scene and went to the hospital. Apparently when this truck collided with the ass end of the Hyundai, the guy jammed his leg and broke his leg. So they're searching his truck. That's interesting. Very interesting. So hopefully that was the only injury was, oh man, I'm seeing, he just lit up the underside of that truck, and you can see where the drive shaft is hanging out of the truck, or a muffler or something, in our tailpipe maybe. Hold on, see what they're doing with this guy. They are, I believe they may be taking him to the ambulance. Okay. Trying to get a look at what's under the truck hanging down here. Yeah, they're taking this guy to the ambulance. He's not walking too good. Not getting instructions too good either, but I'm just curious to what is hanging under the truck. Some kind of brace maybe? I can't tell from here. But there's something hanging down under the truck. Could be the drive shaft, but I think it's a tailpipe or some kind of metal brace. Still, that's a heck of an impact. So even if that guy was intoxicated, they would want to take him to the hospital because they can do a blood draw there instead of a breathalyzer, and that's going to be more, more accurate basically. And he's probably, far enough gone that he would submit to that or consent to it. But this is interesting. I'm kind of curious as to why they're shaking this guy's truck down. It didn't appear that he was the cause of the accident. Interesting. Well, they're getting everything together now. They'll call a wrecker in here next to tow these off. I'm surprised the wrecker's not already here. Again, you can see the black car there in the back. And there's some kind of, that's kind of funny. There's some kind of tow hook connection, like a tow strap hanging off the front of the truck. So that's kind of interesting. And here's the wrecker shows up now. I think that's the wrecker. Yeah, there's a wrecker here now. There's another one. We got two wreckers showing up. For sure, neither of these vehicles are drivable. The other one was hit in the rear end, and it was drivable enough for them to get to the hospital with it. So. Still wait and see if they're going to take this guy to the hospital, or if they're going to just check him out here and then talking with no screen. I don't know why. Can y'all see me? Well, not much going on now anyway, so I'm going to wrap up and get out of here. I might be in a bad zone for reception. Here, we'll get a better look at that. It looks like it was a Ford Fusion. Let me zoom in here. So I must be in a bad reception zone. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It's over with now anyway. So sorry about that, guys. It's a cell phone. You go where you go. You get what you get. But thanks for hopping on here. And this will probably be my last stop for the night. I think I'm gonna wrap this up and get out of here. So I'll catch y'all later.